For Australia.
Australia. Okay,
Yeah.
great, great. Anybody else we have here who want to introduce? I presume we have we have known all then. Okay, let's proceed. So we have a mix of population here. We have some senior colleagues, senior friends in SAP and Success Factor fraternity, and we have some new new colleagues, new fraternity member who are want to learn, and we have started learning SAP and Success Factors now. Yes, so our approach in this course, we will introduce you to this technology and to this domain. We will try to bridge a gap so that you pick up the knowledge and the sense. At the same time, who are already working in this technology for quite a long time, we will introduce you what is new in EC Payroll, how EC Payroll is configured end to end, and in my course, I try to take you to some business scenario, real case business scenario. So yes, this will follow the implementation methodology of SAP, uh, end-to-end implementation methodology, how we do configure the EC payroll stage by stage. Yes, I can't show you any production system. I will teach you through a training system, but I will try to show you some of the screenshots of some of the real projects of implementation scenario so that it is easy for you to understand how it is done. Okay. Now, quickly, let me show you a high level of the syllabus. Again, this is high level. I don't restrict myself to the specific syllabus. It will be over and above, but we need a anchor to start with. So here it is. Now, implementation of EC payroll can be done both in S4 HANA and on-prem. Okay, S4 HANA being public and private cloud. Now, we for this course we will follow implementation in S4 HANA. Now, EC payroll is a hybrid product. When I say hybrid, what I mean to say is, let me show you in a slide if I have. Surely have. Give me one sec. Yes. Now, if you can see the screen, okay. Hope my screen is visible to all, guys. Okay. Now, for EC payroll, there are few systems involved. The source system for EC payroll, this is a payroll solution, as you know very well. But the source system means the master data system of source is always SuccessFactors Employee Central. And when we say master data, we mean to say your biographic details, means your personal details, your date of birth, your national ID, your position details, your salary details in compensation, what work schedule you belong to, your time details, what public holiday calendar you follow, and other time attributes along with benefits. Okay, what benefits you enjoy, your insurance, your maybe some industry offers, some organization offers schooling benefits. Uh, in Malaysia, in UK, in Middle East, there are policies for flyback once a year with family. So all these are held in Employee Central. Your entire master data along with your detailed employment information. When did you start? What is your hire date? What is your last promotion date? What is your last salary change date? So all these are transactional data, your master data. Business do transaction in SuccessFactors Employee Central, okay, day to day. And before we start Employee Central project, it is the duty of the implementation consultant or whoever is responsible for the high level solution architect. The duty is to ensure Employee Central is gone live and it's it is going on day to day business. Why? Employee Central payroll can't function without Employee Central. Okay, that's a must have. If you ask me, can I integrate Employee Central payroll with Workday? Answer is no, you can't. So for Employee Central payroll, as of now, as of now, January 2026, last release H2 2025, you can't function with Employee Central. In future, they might do. I don't know. Okay, as of now, the entry data has to come from EC. Now, Employee Central payroll was introduced some years back. Back in, if I remember correctly, it was early 2019, earlier late 2019. Yes. And before that, SuccessFactors didn't have a payroll solution. For SAP payroll, we had on-prem payroll solution. That is the good old payroll system, which is a first product of SAP, if you know. Okay, 1970s. Now, when EC payroll was launched, for data to replicate from SuccessFactors EC to SuccessFactors EC payroll, okay, this is the EC payroll box. There was middleware used. Okay, Delbumi was used. Many other product was there. SAP later brought in introduced a technology called point-to-point connection. Now, this is a SAP technology. If any of you, I heard some of you have worked in S4HANA. So if you have worked in S4HANA, if your transactional system is EC, you have done SAP BIB, Business Integration Builder, okay, and Info Porter. So this is something similar, but it is different, okay. So if you have S4HANA and if your transactional system is EC, Employee Central, you want to replicate data from EC to S4HANA, you have BIB. And for payroll, you have EC payroll. And for payroll, there is a technology which brings in data from EC to EC payroll, that is point to point connection or P2P connection. We will also learn this. It's a configuration concept. We'll learn it. Okay. So your day-to-day data, whenever you do transaction, only those which are relevant to payroll, not everything. Okay. Only those which are relevant to your payroll processing, your statutory remittances. So, friends we have been working in SAP HCM long. You know what is statutory remittance. All over the world, every country has its relevance. Like if I give you UK example, we have HMRC, we have national insurance. So these are the two authorities for tax, for national insurance, all these. So after your payroll is processed, your data need to flow to HMRC and national insurance. Similar, if you ask me, in India, we have Provident Fund Authority, EPFO, Employees Provident Fund Organization. After every payroll is processed, any organization, government or private, okay, other than few entity, defense and law enforcement and minings, all goes to EPFO. So, and your payroll process is done, we have to update your PF wages, pension wages, EDLI, your others. There are some other figures to EPFO uh, website, which was introduced back late in 2011, before it was manual. There is one more authority in India called ESIC. So one of our friend told, you have Bishwajit, right? You have worked in India implementation, so you are familiar with this ESIC and
Yes.
Provident Fund, and thank you. We have professional tax in India. Every state has its own, not all state, but most of the states, different slabs. Professional tax, however, online went long back before Provident Fund and ESIC. If my memory tells correctly, it was back in 2009 when professional tax went live online system. Then we have income tax, okay, the robust and the mighty income tax. Indian income tax is one of the most complex in all of the world, okay. Um, Similar to Indian income tax, if you ask me about US, we have BSI tax factory. US, in SAP, you need to configure BSI tax factory. In India, for income tax, we have similar integration, and in EC payroll also, in SAP HCM payroll also, country specific payroll configuration, Indian income tax, we do configure. So that was all your communication to authorities, remittances. Okay, you go to different integration. Okay, you do after payroll, you do that all the different remittances. Then what we have, we do process the payroll long before that. We have simulation, we have pre-payroll, we have payroll process, we have post-payroll activities. So in post-payroll, we have this legal reporting, communication to authorities, then we have salary payment, and also we have pay statement printing. Okay. Now, what is the high level in layman term? How is EC payroll different from on-prem payroll? Why we need it? Any people, any individual will ask this question. Now, uh, if you have followed SAP evolution or leave SAP, any software evolution, there was a time when people used to note down or memorize transaction codes, paths, okay, and people used to be following those paths and transaction codes and proper codes. Now the world has moved over last, if I say 10, 12 years mainly. The graphical end user need to be easy. That is one. People are more accustomed to ease of doing business. They don't want complex process. That is number one. Okay. Number two, SAP HCM payroll. Not only SAP HCM, any technology. If you see Oracle payroll, Workday payroll. Workday is new. Leave Workday. Uh, PeopleSoft. If any of you heard, this is also one of the oldest ERP. PeopleSoft, Oracle ERP, JD Edwards. All these, what used to be, all most of these were on-prem, and you need to memorize your transaction code and path. Now resources are hard to find, time takes to train, and overall it is costly to maintain. Okay, so what SAP has done, SAP has introduced the cloud ERP, which is success factors. Okay, SAP has not introduced, they have bought the company, sorry, my bad. Some, when was it, 2006 7 back then, or 10 I think. It was a different company, success factors. SAP didn't have a cloud HR solution. Okay, so they bought it, and back then success factor had very limited product. Performance management, I think it was there. Succession management was there. Okay, EC was not there. Employee Central was not there at all, and many of the other product was not there. LMS again was a different company, learning solution. So after it was introduced, SAP had in mind they need to bridge the gap. Okay, they need to bridge the gap for payroll solution. So payroll was in development for long period, because on-prem payroll is still, if you ask me personally, I still love it. It is one of the robust solution. But any business who have introduced, implemented Employee Central, how they will have a payroll solution which is accessed from success factors. So EC payroll uses the engine of SAP HCM payroll. It's not same. It is not same. If you ask me percentage wise, it's hard to say, but say 70% it is same. Your same schema, same PCR, okay, but 30% is different. There is many new PCR, okay, many new configurations introduced. So the engine is here in EC payroll. You have, say, if I talk in automobile technology, your engine is 70% of the old technology, 30% on top has been built in, and you have a transmission system called point to point connection or P2P. Okay, and your console or dashboard is here from success factor. So whenever after implementation business do operate, they will they will run it from success factors. They will never ever log into EC payroll, which by look and feel you need to log in through SAP GUI. By look and feel, that product is different. It is not the, if you have other SAP product, finance, material management, production planning, okay, other logistics, EWM, WM, okay, retail, any IS solution, that box is different. EC payroll is different. Why? EC payroll is a is it hosted in cloud, and the infra is managed by SAP. The box is entirely different. Okay, but on a day-to-day business, your business fraternity don't need to log into this system. They will access from success factors. There's a concept we will learn part of the journey called payroll control center, which is introduced by SAP for accessing the entire solution of EC payroll for business. So that has to be configured also. So navigation wise, it is done from success factor itself. But whatever you do transaction, that will be saved in EC payroll. Okay. I'm trying to draw a picture for you so that the journey gets going. And now that is the what we do in success factor in EC payroll. Now what about finance? Your immediate question should be how. So we are doing payroll process, any technology. Payroll is done. You have to do payroll postings to finance. That's common. Why? You're paying salary. Those salary will come from some profit center. So in SAP, we call it profit center. So every profit center is assigned with cost centers. Now we are doing payroll process. We are completed payroll process. We have to pay people. Now before that, we have to post to finance. That is one part of flow, data flow. Now, cost center, when we say cost center, all of us know SAP, non SAP, leave it. Business wise, cost center, business wise, it's a originating from finance world. It is not an HR concept. We use it. Okay. So cost center, any, and it's not only employees. It may be a asset. It may be a project. It may be a, say, it may be agencies. Every entity is assigned to a cost center. Okay, in business technology, in business terminology, it's SAP, non SAP, leave it, any technology you use, you will have cost center. Now cost center is configured and created in SAP term. It is configured and created in SAP FI system, finance system. Okay, and there are two flow of cost center. Two flow. One is your success factor employee central need to have the cost center. Why? When you hire people, their position will be assigned with a cost center. Okay, correct. So from SAP FI, there is a standard integration to employee central, success factor employee central. Okay, there is a standard integration interface, and with SAP FI, EC Payroll has also have a standard integration for cost center. So here why it is required? It is required to assign cost center to employees. Here why it is required? It is required to assign cost center to your payroll process. Okay. So this is the high level flow. Okay. We will play around and in the SAP EC payroll world around this landscape. This is a very high level architectural diagram, very high level. In coming days, when we start, we will learn the intricacies, granularities of it. Now, I have been speaking for long. Any questions you have? Let's take a break and ask all of you. If you have any questions, anything, I will stop sharing and leave it to you. If you have any questions to ask me, please ask.
Hello.
Yes, go on, please.
Sir, I have asked you one question in chat box.
Okay. Oh, 2027 entire SAP HCM on-prem will be completely moved to SuccessFactor. I have been hearing this for 1 decade. Okay, so the answer is not straight. Why? Uh, reason is reason is multifold. There are many clients still in the world, many big organization. They are still utilizing SAP on-prem. So when we started our success factor journey, initially we heard, okay, it was 2018, SAP is going to decommission on-prem. Then news came in, they haven't extended some. So my personal gut feeling is on-prem will stay 1 more decade at least. See, it's industry demand. SAP can't decide alone. If big organization, if you ask me to name few, uh, Boeing used to operate in on-prem. They just migrated to S4HANA some 2 years back. Not entirely. The project is still going on. And there are many organizations till date, they operate in on-prem. They have partially moved to S4HANA, but the still many part of their industry stays in on-prem. So that answers your query. I think it was Bishwajit, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Any other doubts, query, anything? Any questions is a good question.
I have another question.
Yes, Gitika.
How strong is success factors from the point of view of its operation when it is compared with on-prem? As a matter of fact, on-prem has been there as a great pillar for many companies. Even if success factors is not there, SAP still will hold the control on its operations, right? But being the presence as success factor, so many companies, even I heard, even when we contact personally SAP from the time management perspective, we hear that. the platform is still not at in place in comparison with on-prem. They still tell us, hold on, don't implement success factors. They tell us privately when we contact them. But being in public, like, what is your concern? What is your take on that?
Okay. If you ask me personally, my personal favorite is still SAP on-prem or S/4HANA. But you have to you have to admit and you have to accept some facts. On-prem, operating on-prem is complex. Operating on-prem is costly. You have to admit and accept the fact business will always want to reduce IT cost. In COVID-19, we have faced that massive hit. Means all of you who was there in the industry obviously have gone through that journey. The first hit was IT, reduce IT cost. Many industry postponed or canceled their S4 plan during that time. Okay, and it is still taking time for many to revive. Now, if you ask me how robust it is, obviously it will take time for it to mature because SAP Payroll was the first product of SAP back in 1970s when a good number of engineers came out of IBM and built SAP. It was a fast product. So, and it has been implemented in all over the world in every industry, and hence it has all kind of functionality and all kind of statutory most of the world. Now, that is the reason, like I said, EC Payroll is a hybrid product. It is not a pure success factor product. It is utilizing all the schema, all the PCR of SAP HCM on-prem, but it is updated and added with other schemas and other PCRs, not mostly PCRs. Okay, so you are using the same engine with a turbo. Okay, if I make it more interesting, if in automobile technology with a turbo, okay, with some microprocessors, okay, your engine is the same old SAP HCM, but there are some changes in time. Okay, so in EC payroll solution, we are not using time evaluation of SAP HCM. Some part of time will be there, but when you implement EC payroll, you have few options. Either you implement SAP time management, SAP success factor time management solution. Having said that, it is your time off in success factors, your time sheet in success factors, your time tracking in success factors. Or you can go for WFS, or you can go for Chronos. But those has to be integrated obviously with EC. From EC, it will have the replication. But the evaluation mostly will be different. It will means you will not have time driver in EC payroll box. But if you ask me how robust it is, so uh, I also started long back SAP journey, some decades back. Okay, it was R3, I think, if I remember correctly, it was right R3. And um, my personal favorite is still SAP HCM, but success factors day by day is getting more robust, more mature, because if you go through the releases, initially it was quarterly, then they moved to biannual, right? If you go through the releases, you will find it massive changes are happening for last 7 8 years. Massive changes, new functionality, issues, and they also do implement many suggestions for client or partners also. So any product to mature, it will take at least 20 years. It doesn't happen overnight because this is not a consumer product. This is an industrial product, okay, enterprise solution. It takes time to mature. If I cite one example, when success factor means I started success factor journey, mostly it was done in XML template or data model, XML code. Back then, foundation object was very limited. Okay, now if you see last 7 8 years, SAP has moved most of it in MDF, most of it. To cite one example, payment info, bank details of employee. It was an HRIS element before. 5 years back, they moved it to a MDF object. It is no more a HRIS element. So it is getting matured, but for EC payroll, again, it is using the engine of SAP HCM with some updation, m- major, not some major updation, but your control, your management is from success factors. The product is payroll control center. So your processing of payroll is way changed. You don't go each and every step manually do. It is automated, many of it. We learn it. We will learn it when we start the course. Does that answer your query, Gitika?
Yes, majorly. One final question. So what you're saying is that now, uh, without time management and time evaluation and success factors, the integration cannot happen perfectly. Is that what you
No,
said?
no, I don't say that. So for time, you have three options. Okay. Number one, number one caveat is EC payroll box doesn't have the good old SAP time evaluation. Doesn't have. Okay. If you also see S4 HANA, if you also see S4 HANA, SAP's S4 HANA doesn't have many of the time functionality. Okay. So SAP is investing majorly for time in success factors. It is time of absence, attendance, breaks, on call. Your evaluation is in time success factors. Your tracking is in success factor with time tracking functionality. Your timesheet is in success factors. So you can go for success factor for time, and from success factor to EC payroll via the application, your time data will come. But major evaluation will happen in success factor itself. It will come as a pay component. Okay, this is one solution, one option. Second option, you can go to Chronos, and from Chronos, EC payroll will accept via interface your time data. Third option, you can go to WFS, and there are specific configuration for WFS data to come to EC payroll. These are the three options you have, and you can go for other time solution also, but you have to build the interface from there to EC payroll.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Any doubts? Anything? Your
Sir,
question is a good question. Yes,
I
go on.
have one query.
Yes.
Sir, I myself being as a junior consultant in SAP
Mhm.
HCM and SuccessFactors, so it is the mandatory, or should I need to be more strong in the PCR and schema area before moving into the employee central payroll?
How long you have been working in SAP HCM SuccessFactors, Vishwajit?
SuccessFactor mainly, sir, I'm working in Employee Central last 3 years, and in SAP HCM last 4 to 5 years.
SAP HCM, you have done POM.
Yes, POM I have done, but sir, I am not very strong in the payroll area. I mean,
Have you
configuration.
have okay, I will ask some questions that will help answer your queries. Have you gone through the entire configuration training, SAP HCM,
Yes, sir. Training.
PAOM, time payroll?
Yes, sir. Configuration at the time of training I have completed,
Mm-hmm,
but in live scenario I have worked. The configuration part is less because I am working as a shadow consultant. I am assisting to my seniors. So
mm-hmm,
as a testing part is the most important part in my KRA. So
mm-hmm,
that is the part I am taking care as a support hypercare consultant.
mm-hmm,
And as well as I have engaged as a partial implementation projects, two
mm-hmm.
projects, but configuration part I have not
Rollout.
yet worked on.
You have done rollouts or
Yes, sir.
CRs.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So Bishwajit, to answer your uh, worry, I will say it as worry. Your worry is right. You need to know PCR and schema, but those are not quantum physics to answer your question. It is not quantum physics, it will take 50 years to learn. Okay. PCR schema, you need to know the structure. It's like it's like a law book. You need to interpret and you need to know how to comprehend it one time. Every law has a structure, definition, scope, implementation, penalty. Okay. So PCR, like any engine, it has a structure. Okay. Crankshaft, then your piston, what is the configuration of the piston, what is the transmission, then the gear system, how it is aligned. It has a typical structure. You need to know how to read it and you need to know how to amend it. So what I will suggest, you connect with Subhu. There are, you do parallelly. You do this course because this course I have seen in last 1 year or 2 years. Okay, what I've seen, I will tell it regularly. So you do parallelly. You brush up your PCR schema. Okay, some payroll basics and do this course parallelly, or else your plan of moving to EC payroll will be 1 more year because PCR schema, if you learn fast, then go to EC payroll. By that time, you know what I mean. You will be little late. Okay, so you do parallelly. There are courses for SAP HCM on-prem payroll. You connect with Subbu. Okay, he will help you. And I will part of EC payroll. What I will try, I will coach you guys, means you guys who are very senior, uh, you know very well how to do that, but who are new to this world, who have not exposed to PCR schema, I will teach you basic structure and how to amend it, how to read it. Does that answer your query, Bishwajit?
Yes, sir.
Anybody else? Any question? Many of you are silent. Pavleen, Maitri, Sai Krishna,
Can you hear me?
Bhagyasri. Yes, please go on.
Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute. Hi, this is
Hi, Shweta.
Shweta.
Hi, Shweta.
So, as part of this course, what would be the content? What would be the duration of the classes? And what to expect?
Okay, great. We did share initially a high level syllabus. I will share again my screen. Duration, duration, timing, that Subbu will tell you. If you
Okay.
want to know the high level, we will learn how to configure EC payroll from
Mm-hmm.
both sides, EC payroll box and SAP success factor box, and point to point integration. So,
Okay.
and there are two approach, one with S4 HANA, one is on-prem. We will follow the S4 HANA approach. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we will start with prerequisite for EC payroll. We will learn which
Yeah.
countries are supported. We will learn for mapping concept, the terminology difference. Then we will learn how to activate the switches for ECPL in provisioning. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
migration. We will move to point integration because EC Payroll, like I said, it uses the same good old engine of
Yeah.
SAP HCM, and
Yeah.
to connect it, it is point-to-point integration which is working. So
Yeah.
this is your mapping.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will learn it. Then after that, we will learn in EC Payroll there are PCC configurations. Like I said, for payroll process, that's a sea change. How we
Mm-hmm.
used to do in SAP on-prem. We learn there are many configuration in PCC, and what I will do, I will I will take you through some our journey of configuration if we take into consideration WFS as a time source. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
there is a list of configuration. So I will take you through for WFS. So
Mm-hmm.
all not all. This is a very high level,
Yeah.
and then we will set up EC payroll. Okay, all the mapping, extensibility, single sign-on, pay statement, payroll result in EC, and point to point there are stage by stage there are many configurations, and yes, payroll control center, these are the stuffs. So
Yeah.
I will take you through all configurations and real project, some business scenario I will share also. Not all I can't, but I
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
share few real project experiences, some of the business cases, screenshots. I will upload them so that
Is changing.
yes.
And with the new certification method, that's
Mhm,
more of open book sort of certification.
mhm.
How far you think we should rather, because we'll typically we'd want somebody to already do the certification and share some sort of insights on the level of preparation or what to look out for, things like that. What do you I mean, how long you think we should wait, or when do you think we'll be ready to do the certification?
ECP role certification, if you ask me,
Hmm.
don't go right away.
Yeah.
Practice some.
Yeah.
After taking the course, give yourself some time with a training system to practice at least 1 minute project, because see, no course can do the configuration one project. It is not possible because EC
Yeah.
payroll implementation takes months. So I will try to give you a scenario so that you can do config. Do a very little scope, one country, one company code, very
Yeah.
basic personal sub area areas config. Do some settings, practice some, because
Hmm.
it's not only ECP role. SAP has changed this certification concept for everybody. Okay,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
us are worried, and in our competency we gave a deadline. Whoever is ready, give it now, don't wait, because uh,
The
this
deadline is
approach,
over.
yeah, it's over,
It
it's
was over
over,
December.
it's
Yeah.
December, it was over. And in my competency I push many body, and many of the people got certified. Many of it are not ready, so they have to get prepared now. This
Yeah.
approach is not new, Shweta. This
Yeah.
approach was there long back. Okay, when we started our career, we
It's
did our
gone back, I think, to the
certification.
SAP HCM sort of format. It's more
Yes,
scenario based and
yes.
examples and all of that.
Workday follows this concept. Okay, they have two exams, and one of them is a mini project. So I will suggest prepare, give some time for preparation, then go for the certification, and don't worry what you learn, what you practice. I will provide with implementation workbook guide as much as material I can. That will help you. Okay,
Sure.
and practice and then go for the certification. Don't hurry for certification, because EC Payroll is a hybrid product. The the reach is little bigger. Okay, the reach is
Yes.
bigger, so it will take some time for you to grasp. Shweta, it is easy for you and our other colleagues who are already exposed for a long time, but uh, friends who are new, like Bishwajit, you have done, but you have not done configuration. So who have not done configuration, success factors or SAP as a whole, for whom it is new, grabs the terminology, grabs the look and feel, accustomed yourself of the implementation, the concept, give yourself some time, then go for the certification. Okay, it has
Sure.
all changed. You don't have option. Okay, you have
Yeah.
no option. We have no option. None of us have. So I think they might change something for stay current also. Okay, so uh, but if you practice well, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yep. It's always tricky, isn't it? You never know until you sit for the
It will be more
certification.
scenario specific.
That's
It will
okay.
be.
Yeah.
It was there. It was always there. They
Yeah.
will move scenario specific mode, and your proctor control was there. It will be more scenario specific. That what I feel, and they may come up with system sharing. Okay, that's my means that I can think of. Okay, so that's what, when you learn with a system always.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta.
Naresh, I have one input here. I think the
Please.
prerequisite for EC payroll certification is S/4HANA payroll because one of my colleagues just did. She
Hmm.
had to do S/4HANA payroll certification first, and then only she could appear for EC payroll.
When did
That
your friend
was
do it?
she did in April.
April 25. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
So they
that's
changed
the
it.
change. Yes, now
Okay.
to do EC when I did in 2021, it was
Hmm.
straight away you could do the EC payroll certification, but now S/4HANA is the prerequisite to do this ECP. You can't
Okay.
do ECP straight away.
Okay. They have changed. Reason is when long back, I forgot when I did mine. A payroll was part of main SAP HCM curriculum. They have removed payroll and make it a different HR 400 as
Separate one.
completely separate. That's the reason. Okay. So don't worry. Mm,
And I have a question here, Naresh, since
yes,
I'm a
please.
shadowing consultant. I've
Hmm.
seen milestones and things like that. So, up to which milestone will you be guiding us? I've done till UAT. Yeah, I've done only till UAT. So, what happens? So, the finance and the posting and all of that is still gray area for me. So, the basic configuration I'm aware of because I've been doing it over almost 3 projects.
Hmm.
So, what happens after that is
You are
where
doing configurations already, EC payroll.
Yeah, I am, but I'm a shadowing
Then,
consultant.
um sorry, I want help me to understand. You are shadowing. That means you are
Yes.
not doing yourself.
I'm not doing what? Can you repeat it?
You are shadowing means, are you doing part of the configurations, or you are following somebody who is doing the configuration? Help me to
No,
understand.
I am doing part of the configuration,
Hmm.
but the major tasks where I'm not sure. So they, for example, a wage type. They ask me to configure a wage type. I do the wage type, and they tell me do A, B, C, D for it to check on different grounds. But the rest of
Hmm.
it, they don't tell me. So it's not
Okay.
that they don't want to tell me, but they think, okay, this much is enough at this stage. So I don't have a complete picture.
See, this is not a project training. Let me
Yeah,
be very
no, I'm
clear.
just asking you. So I'm
Okay.
familiar till the UAT stage. So what
Okay.
happens after
So
that?
let me clarify for you. Let me
Sure,
clarify for you.
sure.
This is not a project training.
Absolutely.
Okay. There are many trainings for which we don't teach uh, implementation basics, but
Mm-hmm.
we do give you scenario, we do, you do practice, we do check, we tell you the project methodology, and we tell you the steps. Okay, now this
Okay.
is building concept and showing you what are the configurations in EC payroll, in success factors, how to do it, why to do it. Building the concept is the basic,
Okay.
and we will learn the EC payroll part. Okay, we
Okay.
learn the EC payroll part. We will not go to the finance part. For payroll posting, this is a process. So we will learn how to do config of the process and steps of payroll posting. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Fine.
Okay,
That's fine. You can
thank you.
continue.
Wonderful question.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any queries? Any doubts? Any concern?
So,
Vagesri?
hi, Madhu.
Yes, Tablin, go on.
Are you also going to give us some access to the demo system so that we can do practice or something?
You have to speak with Subbu for that, Tablin. I'm a teacher
Oh,
only.
okay,
Okay, for
okay,
system, for timing, and other commercial queries, you have to speak with Subbu.
okay.
Anybody else? Sai Krishna, Bhagyasri. But I can tell you, I can share you some experiences. This is very personal. Means I have been this world for some 24 years now, and since I started before that, means IT journey is 24 years now. Success factors. Many of us have worked in talent modules, not only core. The way the evolution of the product is happening. Uh, the partner role. We are the partners, right? Consultants, partners. The partner role will. It's already getting decreased. Okay, for last 7 8 years. And the way SAP roadmap has, if you follow that, the roadmap means I have personally got the opportunity to be with SAP in many of the events in various areas of Europe, Asia. So the way they have devised the roadmap, they will make it more uh, customer oriented. Means a customer admin can do not only the main minor configurations but also the major configurations. So the reason I'm saying is the partner role in talent products, okay, performance management or succession management or onboarding, onboarding one support has been stopped. All of us know last year, November, uh, or story reports, the new stuff in reporting analytics. So partner admin who are little trained, have business knowledge, they can manage. So our partners next 20 years future in SAP and success factor from HR perspective is pushed to core area. Okay, employee central, EC payroll, time management. Time management. Why time management is little tricky and little complex. If any of you have been exposed to time off, uh, take rule, hire rule, termination rule are little complicated. It's not easy to comprehend and manage. Timesheet is a complex solution. If you are configuring overtime, it's not easy because SAP time management, success factor time management is devised in a more smarter way. Okay, it will give you the time type and you evaluate it there in the success factors and it will get a pay component and you interface to your payroll solution like EC payroll. So future means future as a partner, if you are limited, if you are into SAP and success factors, if you are not exposed to other SAP technology, okay, only HR. So there are two, three options. S4HANA transition project, which is very limited scope, SAP BIB Info Porter. EC payroll, the biggest one, time management, and data migration. Rest things are drying out. And after 5 7 years, that will be very less limited. Only implementation up. Only implementation will be the scope. CR's support project, it will dry out. It is already drying out. Only implementation one time, and that also will be very basic. So any of the consultant that will be a genuine concern, what is my future in SAP? You have to keep on developing. Uh, like Maitri told, S4HANA payroll is the prerequisite. Yes. So S4HANA is nothing different. It is the HR 400 updated curriculum, which is their part of SAP HCM curriculum long back. So you have to brush up your basic payroll, then go for certification. But um, when we do interview uh, for openings, we don't check the certification first, we check the knowledge. So don't think without certification you can't enter. Many of the colleagues in SAP HCM are still not certified. I will be candid with you. Okay. My first lead with whom I worked, okay, some 20 years back, didn't do certification for long, but his knowledge is in parallel with SAP processors or SAP product owners. So certification, yes, it is required because many projects require certification. Many company expect certification, but in interview, in project interview or company interview, whatever the case is, we don't ask for okay, share the certification. We check the knowledge. Okay, tell me for this scenario, how will you approach it? It's the configuration knowledge and your consulting knowledge which is important. Certification comes after that. Okay, because doing certification, I will tell you, it's not a big deal. All of you know how SAP certification are managed. I don't want to play in that area. It's not a big deal. Yes, you need to study, you need to practice. It's not a big deal, but gaining knowledge, gaining the view of consulting is the big deal. Not everybody have consulting eye. People do configure. There are thousands of consultants who do configuration, but there are only 50 or 60 who are consultants. Consulting view is more important. Clients look for that. Change a lot. There was a time when people used to know 50 transaction codes, 60 tables. They used to go to on site. Okay, that is Baba Adam ka jamana hai. Okay, that is long gone. Okay, not only the HR any module, but now you need to have the consulting knowledge, consulting attitude. You need to approach business in their own way to build a solution. Okay, so I will try to train you in that area so that it helps you. Okay, I think we have discussed many angles, a high level of what the course will be. We have discussed. Okay, and thank you for joining this chilly morning. Okay, I hope many of you will turn up for the course. Do get in touch with Subbu for other details. Hope to see you in future.
Thank you so much.
Thank
That was
you.
a good
Anish.
introduction.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.